Good evening, everybody. So let us start our lecture tonight. So let us see our schedule first. Okay. So according to our schedule, we have nothing due this weekend. So if completed quiz 1, 2, and 3, we will complete it, right? Okay. And in our previous lectures, we discussed abstract class and interface. And we also discuss object relationship, polymorphism. Anyone has any question regarding those? Especially abstract class and interface. We discussed polymorphism earlier. So polymorphism is two kinds: compile time polymorphism and runtime polymorphism. Okay. Maybe okay. So since we discuss abstraction, so this is, I think at this point we can. I want to review polymorphism quickly. Something. So method overloading and method overriding. Is everybody clear about that? Method overloading and method overriding. Okay. Method overloading means a method. So maybe we discuss in our. So here we have two dogs. Dog. Maybe we have. Okay. We have, this is dog constructor and this is also dog constructor. This is method. So this method has no argument in it. This method has three arguments. When a method, a method is different than another method in terms of argument number or argument type. Okay, we can have multiple methods with same name but with different signature. That signature different means either in terms of argument type or argument number. Here there are three arguments, right? But here there is no argument. So this is called method overloading. Method overloading, okay? So it is compile timer. So even I cannot declare another method. I cannot have another method with same name argument type. I can have something different. If I have something different, then it is okay. So in this case, you see, when I had, so the compiler compiles it, compiler detects the error at compile time. So this is called compile time polymorphism. Okay, maybe can have another method like, let me see if it allows me. Maybe int name and int age. You see these two methods, this dog and this dog. These two are same, but they are different in terms of your argument type, right? So it is allowed. When I have, if I have my name, same type, it will detect compile type. This is called, it is called compile type overloading. Okay, it is called compile time overloading. Because compile time. Even I did not run, I have not run my program yet. This is called compile time polymorphism. Okay, and so everybody understand this? Okay, let me go back. I don't need this. I'm discussing this. Okay. Remove abstract modifier. Let me close everything. So we are discussing. Public abstract class animal make type animal abstract. I have abstract. Okay. I need a list. Okay. So earlier we discussed that, for instance, if my animal class is non-abstract, okay, and if it has, for instance, if it is non-abstract, and if it has a move method, or even it's abstract, okay, for instance, it has it method, it's not abstract, okay, and another class that extends this class, for instance, dog, maybe dog extended this class, right, or bird, okay. Minor class extended the animal class, and so if minor class has its own it method, so that this it method, let me do like this way, just to give a reference, minor it. That's here, and animal it. Go here. So I have a it method. I have a method it method. It is available in the parent class, animal class, as well as the child class, animal class. Okay, now if I want to, what is my main? Okay, class. Okay, by the way, one more thing. Some of you, okay, so let me do. I have animal A1 equal to new animal. Can I do this? Before I finish, can I do this? No, what? Because my animal class is then abstract class, okay? My animal class is abstract class, so I cannot do it, right? Okay, so for now, make animal non-abstract and make my move non-abstract. Make animal Y. Okay. So now I can do it, right? Animal is non-abstract. So my A1 has a it method, right? A1 it. Okay. And I have also another class minor, for instance M1 equal to new minor M1. So we discussed this. So which it method will be called over here? In this case, which it method will be called? From minor or from animal? Right? And which it method will be called here? From animal, right? Okay, we understand that. So inheritance works in real life fashion that if I have my own property, I will use my property. If I have shortage of my property, then I will use my parent property. While I have my own property, I cannot use my parent property, inherited property. So here, you see that? Okay, I want to make this one. Give attention here, please. Instead of M1, I can do animal, right? Over here. Because wall minus are animal, right? I can do, right? So here, when I had this expression, when I had minor M1 equal to new minor, everybody was sure that this it called from minor, right? But when I have any, I'm sorry, I have this M1 is a type of animal, but is a minor instance. So there is a little bit difference between this one and this one. This A1 is an animal instance, but that is a type of animal. But M1 is a minor instance, that is a type of animal. Okay, but here if I say this one, Try to understand the difference, minor difference between these three. Minor M2 equal to, so here M2 is a minor instance, minor object that is a type of minor. Here M1 is a minor instance that is a type of animal, right? But we know that we cannot do this way. Can we have this way? Although I don't know. I know it. Can we do this way? Can we do this way? This one? No, right? Because the easiest answer is that all animals are not minor. Right? Okay, so we know that we cannot do this way, so there is no doubt on this one. So we will not consider this. Let us. These three are valid. Okay. Especially the last two. There's a little bit difference between these two. And my question is that, are you clear that which it method will be called here? Which method it method will be called here? A little bit. Do you feel any confusion here? Even I did. I feel confusion many times, a lot of time, for a long time. Even I wrote my book, but still I was confusing. Did I write correctly or did I do many mistakes? So I reviewed, and then later I found out there are some mistakes. So finally, I figured out the technique that to understand that object relationship is correct or not. This is M1 is a minor instance that is a type of animal, but M2 is a minor instance that is a type of minor. So for now, I think we do not need this. I want to see output only after this. Okay, so just run this program. So we have in our it method, you see that I click open decoration, it will take me to the place where it is defined. Minor object, right? Is within minor. And this one, oh, there is another showing here. So let me run this. So we are looking here, these three, right? So for this one, there is no doubt that for this animal, it method will be called. And this one, we were sure that the minor it method will be called. But this one, at least I was confused for a long time, that which it method will be called here. Oh, no, this one. Or this one. The second one, I was confused for a long time. That the which method will be called from it method from Mina or from animal. It is a confusing. This is a little difference, right? So these two are clear. First one and this third one is clear. First one and third one is clear, but this one is confusing. It's a little bit different. Because M1 is a minor instance that is an animal. Okay, so this is called dynamic polymorphism. Dynamic binding. Runtime polymorphism. Okay. For instance, if I was intended to call this it from animal, if I want to call this it from animal, can I do that? Anyone has any idea? Okay, luckily we have a keyword, it's called super. Cannot use super in a static context. Which one is static? Oh, super is used to call parent constructor. By the way, this is called, I will remember, whenever you remember that I discuss this. Okay, so this is called dynamic binding. Okay, so even if I intend to call a it method from parent class or child class, okay, so compiler will not show me any error message. Compiler will compile the program correctly, but it will not show me an error message until the program runs. That is called, it is called dynamic binding. Okay, I will remember when I remember that I will discuss this one. So, and another thing is that, okay, I was grading your test. Maybe you will we're almost done. So by the weekend you will get it. Early next week you will get your test one result. Okay. Okay, one thing we want to mention that from your next test 2 and afterward, you will not be allowed to write pseudocode. At this time, we believe that everybody is familiar with coding. And you need to be in this course. Writing pseudocode is vague. Many people, okay, so you wrote your code, especially for class decoration. You wrote your code. We did not go through all the way. Because if I want to read thoroughly, definitely there will be many mistakes. But we skip some mistakes, give you point, as long as you said that you understood the concept. But when you may have noticed that when you want to write a pseudocode for a class decoration, it takes a long time, long space, right? For every method, you have to start begin, end. Every method. For every class, you do begin class, end class. I don't think that all of you did mistakes. When you started, you said begin, you forgot end. But when you want to, for instance, if you want to declare a class like this, what is this? It's easy, concise code. Okay, so if I want to one method, move or eat, Is very simple, and it is not possible to explain some stuffs like inheritance, like for instance abstraction using pseudocode or polymorphism using pseudocode. So in from next class, next test, you will not be allowed to write pseudocode. You have to write code, okay, actual code. Okay, what else? Mention that. I saw that some of you, if you called a method like this way, for instance, this way, exactly this way. We call print method. We asked to write a display, right? And we asked to call the display method. Display method needs to be called by an object. And we call the display method like this way. If we display method, a method like this way. Many of you call this method like this way. This is not correct. I did not discuss in class, so I skipped it. Some of you wrote like this way. The method call must have a parenthesis. Otherwise, we don't know this is a method, okay? Many of you, some of you wrote only display without method symbol. This is the symbol of a method. Okay, and this is the symbol of a method call. Okay, but many of you did like this. Please do not. The problem is that who did this way, I believe they did not program. If you really actually practice writing program, you will not do this. Okay. Yes. Any? Okay. Okay, if it's a good question. If it's animal class is abstract, right? So then animal cannot have this it method declared, right? We'll definitely call the it from minor. Yeah. Yeah. Really, this stuff is confusing. I mentioned that for a long time I was confused, and many skilled programmer and experienced programmer, manager, supervisor, they confuse. Yes. In C# you can do it. I'm not sure that. Let us do second C#. That's good. That will be a good learning curve for me. Something new for me. Okay. Okay. I have my vehicle main. I have my what is the vehicle class is not. This one, sir. Let me check. Okay. So this one is a getter method or setter method. We can do this. But let me say if I have something car has a run method. Okay, run method, and console.writeLine car c1 equal to car c1 dot run. So you are claiming that this one? No, it's not possible. Only you can do getter or setter method. Getter method you can do, because the getter method returns a value. Unless your method, display method, returns a value, you cannot do that. If it returns a value, then you can do that, because our return method, we did not ask that the return method will return a value. Are you clear? But here it is possible, because the getter method, it returns a value. This method, it returns a value. See that it returns a value. Okay. We got something new, we checked something. Okay. But if this method returns something, then it is doable. But that simply calling a method is like this way. Okay. The stuff: inheritance, interface, abstract class, polymorphism. These are the foundation of object-oriented programming. Okay. So so far we discussed all of the foundation stuffs or principal stuffs of object-oriented programming. Okay. And this week we want to discuss GUI programming, user interface programming. Okay, so let us start from about GUI programming tonight. That is our content. Okay. I think that so far we have discussed the program. All of this program gave us output on a console. This is the console that where we output. This is called console, or sometimes it is a black screen, DOS mode screen. But modern applications are developed in a way that it gives us output on a nice Windows environment, like Windows environment. Every application we run and see that nice application, that environment, and it will have some button and some text boxes. Be allowed to write something, and especially for instance, like the calculator program. It has some buttons and it has a place to type in something text, and it has some button and do some operations. Even this is a small, okay, it is good that we can expand it like a small program. Okay. This type of application is called GUI application, graphical user interface application. So far we discussed our programs that when we ran, we got output on our console. So we may have a doubt that is like Java programming or C# programming. Are these programming languages allow only to write programs that will be running on this old-fashioned screen? No. Okay, Java and C# and all modern languages, like this is possible even in Python, to use these languages to GUI application. Possible. For instance, maybe I told maybe at some point, like for instance, Java and C#. These languages, Java, especially C#, these languages are used to build a framework of an application. Think about this building. When this building was built, there are some heavy frames, right? Maybe steel or metal or RCC pipes, on which the all materials and then this heavy building is standing on, right? Even we do not see those stuffs. Those are behind the screen or wall, right? Those are helpful. So Java language is something like this. Java and then these all have, even this application. Any application we see its front end. But in the back end or middle end, there is a strong foundation that are developed. For instance, those back-end application, those back-end part is mainly used with Java. Java is like a language, like a strong. It's called. I don't know. What is the pipes? Iron or heavy pipes that are used to build a building. So everything is like steel materials, right? So even think about that. It is possible to build a house, everything with steel body, right? But people usually do not do that. People build a house, they use some steel materials, they use some plastics, they use some concrete, they use wood. So that the reason is that it will be cost convenience, right? It will be cheaper and easier to build and also will look good. Same thing, Java can be used to build an application. Okay. But for instance, both for front end and back end, but usually, for instance, this application can be developed using Java, entirely using Java. Okay, but for some reason, people they use some other language. JavaScript is a popular language that is used on front end. Java used back end. Okay, so in Java there is another tool. Java has another tool, not an independent language that works with Java. That is called JavaFX. Okay, JavaFX is used to develop GUI application. Okay. Today, we have few minutes. And like C# is called C# form. C# form that is used to develop. Okay. Okay, it has a tutorial. You see that GUI event tutorial, this one, and we have so this lecture 8 and 9. Okay, no, so 9 and 9.5. So GUI programming means graphical user interface programming. Okay. So I think everybody is familiar with graphical user interface. The front end, even the front end for this application is GUI. Okay. But in all GUI programming, even there is some called event and driver is called event or event handler. Okay, for instance, when we do a right click or left click or double click, or even we hover our mouse, some actions happen. Okay, those actions are called event, and in each of the event there are some event handler, some codes you have to write. Okay, so in today's lecture and next lecture we will discuss this, how to develop GUI application using Java or C#, and especially we basic foundation over here. And in your lab lecture, I believe you have 2 weeks. We assigned you 2 weeks to do practice and do programming GUI on this. So for graphical programming, C# uses Windows Forms and Java uses JavaFX. So JavaFX, so mainly since we Windows Form will be like this. Using Windows Form, we can create an application like this. Okay, and same thing can be created using JavaFX. And once we create our frame, then we can change this color and this like font color or this font style or something, many things we can do. I think everybody is familiar with RGB, red, green, and blue. The 3 patterns of basic color system. So, like I'm not sure, maybe 100 years ago, our grandparents were familiar with only few colors. Maybe red, green, blue, white. But now we are familiar with hundreds, thousands colors, right? Because in this digital age, for red color, we have a combination from 0 to 255 color. 0 for red. Okay, and for green 0 to 255 and blue 0 to 255. So there will be total 256 times 256 times 256 number of colors. So each variation for each of different type combination, there will be different color. This is why today we are familiar with many colors, especially for painting home or like our vehicle. Sometimes they are with red, right? Almost red, but not exactly same. Okay. So when we have like FF, this is in hexadecimal format. Okay. So when we have FF, okay, 255, then this is a white color. And when we have nothing, all zeros, that means is black color. And in between all of those, we say red is FF, and then green and blue 00, then it will be red. This will be green. For green, this one will be FF, and all other will be 00. And in between, other colors are in between in the combination of this. Okay, one thing that we need to mention that. So we are familiar with coordination system. In geometric coordination system, this is called 00. This point is called 0. And we usually use this side as x-axis and this side y-axis, right? So we go, for instance, having a point, go this way first, and then we go up or down later. We go right or left first for x coordinate, and then we go up or down for y. But for graphical coordinate system, it is different. It start from this corner. It goes x coordinate on the right side and y coordinate in the down side. There are 2 points. One point in the beginning point and another is ending point. So then when we get an ending point, the starting from beginning point, we go all the way right until we go vertical alignment of this point, and then when you get vertical alignment, then we go down. This is the difference from graphical coordinate system than our geometric coordinate system. And remember that, for instance, this point, for instance, this is 00 to 699, 399. So that means it has 00 to, it is called 700 to 400 pixel. So 00 to 699 is 700, right? And 0 to 399, 400. So this will be called 700 by 400 pixels, 400 coordinate system. A pixel is a very small unit of display unit. So then how do we draw a line? For instance, we begin from our starting point and all the way to our ending point. And there are some methods for all graphical programming languages have their. For instance, this is a method. This is a method that is used to draw a line. Like there are some methods to draw a line, to draw a rectangle, to fill a rectangle, draw an oval, fill an oval with this different color or something. There are some methods, okay? So we don't need to memorize this method. If you practice in programming using JavaFX or Windows Form, you will be familiar with these languages, okay? I will show how to start GUI programming with JavaFX. Then, for instance, I'm just giving you a quick familiar. A label is something a component that does not interact with the user. Display some text. And sometimes we use text handler, text box to input some text. And sometimes we use a label to display something, or we can use text also to display something, but we usually use a label. And we are also, so for instance, this one will be text box, and username, this one is a label, and this is a button. Okay, so I think everybody is familiar with this, but I want to give you quickly. Okay, so this is, for instance, this is an action handler. You see that? I will shortly show you how to do GUI programming. So here you see that is our object. Somewhere we have a button object, and we said set one action. Okay, or one click action, then when you click on the button, it will execute the entire thing. You see that this one is an entire one single instruction. Do we know there was one single instruction? You see that it has the ending point here, semicolon is here. So everything in between, like for instance, this within, when we click on button, for instance, here, it is creating a new object, event handler object. do not have any name for this event handler object, and that event handler object is calling this method. We declared the method over here, and we also call this method over here. So when you do GUI programming, you will see code like, for instance, like this. Okay. Then, for instance, this you need to understand piece by piece. For instance, this one, we know that new operator is used to create an object, right? So this is creating an object, but we are not giving any name for this object, because we know the object will be used temporarily for some time. Only when we click a button, this object will be created, and it will do some action, and after that it will be gone. This is why we do not need to create another object for this one. Okay, and for C#, we will use form. Okay, let me see how many screens we do have. We do not have any too many codes in our slides, but I want to give you some hints how you will start your lab course and programming with GUI. So if you go to my YouTube channel, and click on playlist, and on the playlist just search for, I have a playlist, it is called JavaFX. Search for Ctrl+F and JavaFX. You see that this one, JavaFX and GUI programming. I just added 3 small videos to give you a startup. So in order to do GUI programming with Eclipse, you need to install a plugin first. Okay, so in this video, this 3 minutes, show you how to install a plugin, Java plugin, if you want to do GUI programming. Okay, follow this video, and I have a link, plugin, JavaFX plugin over here. At some point you need this. For instance, you will, if you do not have, you need to install a plugin for one time. So you will go help on your Eclipse, then for instance install new software, and then here you will type in for instance you will type in this, either this or this, either this or this. Just click over here. If you have Proton Eclipse, then you will get this one. So according to your Eclipse version, so this one actually, http then download.eclipse.org releases Proton. Version you do have for your Eclipse, either Proton or maybe Oxygen or something. So you will copy that and write this one. Okay, and then here on the screens, type in just E parenthesis X and search one, click on search. Or JavaFX. I'm not sure why it is not. Oh, I have maybe Oxygen version here. Okay, by the way, this video has everything. So if you watch this video, you'll be able to install JavaFX plugin. After that, the next video, if you watch this video, then it will, by the end of this video, it will show you how to create a GUI application. Very simple. For instance, that will run this program. What is that? Okay, so if you watch this video, then it will show you how to create a simple GUI application with a button and a label with a, and later if you watch this video and follow this, then it will show you how to create a GUI program like a calculator application that will allow you to enter two numbers, and it will have a button. You click on the button, it will show you how to add those two numbers. Okay, so once you follow these 3 videos, then it's maybe an hour. Okay, it will take you maybe 2 hours to follow this, and then you will get a startup point. Okay, how to do GUI programming with JavaFX. Similarly, I don't have a for C# form, but online there are a lot of videos, online resources. If you do a Google search and search for like these kind of videos for JavaFX or Google form, then you will get success, and then please follow this. Okay, to get a startup point for your lab. In your lab, you will learn this, you will practice this. Okay. Let us see in our next lecture, we will discuss, see something more, and maybe if we have some Windows forms, we'll discuss. Anyone has any questions so far? Okay, by the way, that I wanted to give a reminder that we finished object-oriented programming principles, class, object, inheritance, object relationship, polymorphism, abstract class, interface. Those are the foundation of object-oriented programming. So everybody please be clear, and if you do not understand, okay, watch our recorded lecture again and again. There are a lot of videos and book chapters, book materials, but you need to get clear concept about this. Okay, thank you so much, and everybody have a good evening.